This is the Crowd Crux Crowdfunding Podcast with Sal Brigman, where we cover everything you need to know to launch a successful crowdfunding campaign. We speak with proven entrepreneurs who've raised money from the crowd and want to teach you how to do the same. Stay tuned because we're about to reveal how to launch your dream project. With your host, Sal Brigman.
Before we get started with this podcast episode, I want to take a second to introduce you to my friends at Fulfillrite. If you need help shipping out your Kickstarter or Indiegogo perks or rewards, Fulfillrite is the absolute best company for you. I've been working with them for a while and I can vouch for their services. They make it dead simple and take all of the headache out of shipping out all of those boxes, all of those orders to your backers and your customers. If you want to check them out, go to fulfillrite.com at fulfillrite.com. What up, crowdfunders? Salvador Brigman here, and today I want to give you a teaser of my upcoming audiobook, The Kickstarter Launch Formula. So basically, I wrote this book, and now I'm coming out with the audio version, which will be available on Audible. And I want to give you this teaser, not only because I want to give you a snapshot of what the book is like, but I also want to share with you something that I think is really underutilized when it comes to marketing a Kickstarter campaign and getting funding. It's something that not many people know about. It's something that I wasn't very aware about either. I thought that everything was social media oriented. I thought that everything was, building up followings on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all these different things. But actually, what I'm going to be sharing today is an extremely effective way to get people to take action and to back your Kickstarter campaign. So I do hope that you enjoy it. It is a beautiful sunny day in Brooklyn. I'm really excited. Feel like we're finally transitioning into spring/summer here. Wherever you are, I invite you to reach out to me, to leave a review on this podcast, letting me know what you think of my work, whether or not it was helpful for you, etc. Leaving a really honest review is a great way for me to improve the show. And also, it just sort of is like a pat on the back, it makes me want to produce more podcast episodes for you guys. If you do want to be notified when this new audiobook is coming out on Audible, you can go to the link crowdcrux.com/Kickstarter audio. That is crowdcrux.com/Kickstarter audio. And you'll be taken to a page there. Just enter your name and email address, and I will let you know the second that this new book comes out on Audible, and you can grab it there. I might also be sharing some free content also with that list, so I invite you to subscribe there. And I'll be including that also as a link in the blog post that accompanies this podcast. Without further ado, let's get into today's podcast episode. Chapter 5, Marketing Your Kickstarter Campaign. Occasionally, I'll see a campaign raise a bunch of money on Kickstarter with absolutely zero marketing. Either the gadget is innovative, the product really scratches an itch, or people find it to be hilarious. These types of campaigns are the outliers, not the norm. Most campaigns are launched with a powerful marketing plan, even when the creator already has an audience. When I mention the word marketing, usually the word promotion also comes to mind. Marketing is much more than simple promotion. It also includes the images that you choose to include in your campaign pitch and the subtle psychological techniques that you use to get visitors to take action. In this chapter, I'll be walking you through the entire marketing engine that powers a massively successful Kickstarter campaign. Each element is designed to turn browsers into backers. Let's get started. Rule number 1, your email list is king. Your email list is the holy grail of all of your marketing activity. Everything I mentioned in this chapter should be used to build your email list leading up to the launch of your Kickstarter campaign. Why is email so important? According to McKinsey & Company, email conversion rates are 3 times higher than social media, with a 17% higher value in conversions. The individuals who sign up for your email list are not simply numbers. They're not just random people around the world that make up an abstract statistic. They are real human beings with thoughts, feelings, desires, and emotions. Despite the rise of social media platforms like Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter, email is still the number one marketing channel out there for getting regular and new Kickstarter backers to take action. Think of email as the home base where most backers receive information about the topics that they care about. Tomorrow, Facebook could change their algorithm so that no one sees your posts. Your website could be hacked. You could find that your Instagram profile is banned for some reason, but you'll always have your email list. Even if you have 1,000 people subscribed to your email list, then 1,000 individuals have raised their hand saying, I want to receive messages from your company. Think of a room with 1,000 people in it. That would be a massive crowd. The reason that email is so powerful is because it allows you to direct traffic to a designated place at a specific time. You don't have to wait for people to see your messages on social media, which might be droned out by all of their other social media messages. Instead, they can all check out your crowdfunding campaign at the same time and back it. This is why many campaigns see so much activity and so many pledges during the first day of their launch, which usually spills over to the next 2 days. Now that you know the importance of an email list for boosting pledges to your Kickstarter campaign, you're probably wondering, how can you actually get email subscribers? Before we get into that, you need to choose an email list provider to manage all of these emails that you'll be collecting. I know that money is tight, which is why you're planning on launching a crowdfunding campaign in the first place. However, it would be a huge mistake to not use an established email list management provider like MailChimp, which is free up until 2,000 subscribers, or Aweber, which has been around for a while and has great functionality. Why do you need one of these tools? Simple. Robust email software will give you analytics every time you send an email marketing campaign. You'll see the number of people who clicked links, opened that email, unsubscribed, and more. It will also let you create autoresponder sequences that begin every time someone opts into your email list. You can use a sequence of automated messages to direct subscribers to a web page or convey a message. It will also make it super easy to set up a series of pre-scheduled email messages, which can be a great way to automate some of the marketing processes as you lead up to the launch of your campaign. Finally, it will allow you to see who opens up your emails most frequently. There are many strategies that you can use to get more email subscribers. The first strategy that I'll be discussing is the concept of a lead magnet. A lead magnet is something valuable that you can offer website visitors that will make them want to hand over their email address in exchange for access to the lead magnet. Think of it as a small bribe. Your website visitors should find this lead magnet to be useful, entertaining, or valuable. Before giving them free access to this content or opportunity, you'll be asking for their name and email address. This will allow you to market to them in the future. Essentially, they are opting in for more messages from your company. For example, at the time of writing, Kickstarterforum.org is a free lead magnet. In order to register for the forum, you must enter your name, email, and other details. When you register, you are then allowed to ask questions, interact with any of the other 6,000 plus users, and promote your Kickstarter campaign. You also get access to special promos and giveaways on the forum. I am providing value in exchange for your email address. This gives me the privilege to send you marketing messages in the future regarding new books, products, or services that I believe will help you raise more money on Kickstarter and further your business goals. At any time, you can choose to opt out of any of my emails. When you offer a website visitor something exclusive or beneficial, he or she will be more likely to subscribe to your email list because they will get something out of the relationship. If you're looking for examples of other types of lead magnets, you could use MailChimp to deliver the subscriber a behind-the-scenes special video. You could deliver an exclusive invite to a Kickstarter launch party. You could send them a link to a poll or a secret Facebook group where they can vote on something related to your organization. You could offer them a exclusive discount that will give them 10% off of the products or services of partner companies. Or you could also just offer them to view an awesome, hilarious company video. Beware. Don't watch this video for our upcoming fundraising campaign while you're at work because you will burst out laughing. Think of these value-adding ideas as mini rewards that are meant to gain the interest of a potential subscriber so that they are more comfortable handing over their email address. You are building a relationship with them before you introduce them to a paid product. If you're having trouble coming up with a lead magnet, I'd recommend looking into how your visitor discovered your website in the first place. It could have been through social media, a search engine, an article you've written, or an event that you put on. Pinpointing the source of the traffic will help you figure out the type of content that you should offer them in exchange for subscribing to your email list. For example, if someone discovered your website from an inspirational video that you posted on social media, which will be a part of a larger online awareness mission, then it's likely they'd love to receive more content like this. You can use resources to help track this information like Google Analytics, Bitly links, Crazy Egg heat map and click tracking, or Mouseflow mouse tracking. Once you have an idea of what you're going to offer as the lead magnet, it's time to set up the functionality to actually collect an email address. If you have already set up an email opt-in form on your website, ask yourself 3 questions. Where is the email opt-in form on your website? What is the first thing that should draw a visitor's attention when they visit your site? Why did a visitor come to your website in the first place? Now, ask these questions to a series of visitors that you've connected with, be they friends, family, or individuals who are interested in your project. You might know where your email opt-in form is, but do they? You might want to direct their attention to a particular video, link, or email opt-in form the moment that they visit your website, but what is actually grabbing their attention? In the simplest form, you can have a link on your website that visitors click to subscribe to your email list. You could even just have a button. You also can use tools to capture opt-ins, like Opt-in Skin for WordPress, Opt-in Monster for WordPress, SumoMe, or MailChimp's Evil Pop-Up Mode. Once you implement opt-in functionality on your website, you will probably see a small jump in subscribers, but it's not enough action in the long run. You also need a strong call to action. You must consistently ask your visitors to subscribe. This might seem silly, but you'd be surprised the amount of email subscribers that websites lose out on simply because they forget to ask a visitor to subscribe. One way to put this into perspective is to watch YouTubers who have millions of subscribers and who have made a living out of making online videos. What's the last thing that they say at the end of every video? It's something along the lines of, if you enjoyed this video, take a moment to give a thumbs up or leave a comment. They might also say, subscribe if you'd like more funny prank videos like this. The golden rule is to always be selling. Always be highlighting why people should subscribe, particularly if they've taken the time to watch one of your videos, read through a blog post, or go visit your website. Don't just tell people what you want, which is to subscribe to your email list. Explain to them why it's awesome for them if they subscribe. Aside from adding an email opt-in to your website, you can also create a landing page to direct visitors to your email list. A landing page is very different from a full-blown website, which has all the information about your team, your mission, and your journey. The purpose of a landing page is to solely collect an email address or have your visitor take an action, rather than exposing them to lots of information about your company or project. You might set the landing page as your homepage leading up to the launch of your crowdfunding campaign, or even have a custom domain name that you reference should you attend any conventions, do interviews, or get linked to by a media publication. A great landing page will share compelling information about your upcoming project in an organized fashion through text, video, and images. It will also highlight the benefits of participating in your upcoming launch. You can use tools to help you build this landing page like LaunchRock, Unbounce, Lead Pages, or OptimizePress. I've highlighted a few tools and techniques to get more email list subscribers in anticipation for your crowdfunding campaign launch. Ultimately, the only way to get more subscribers is to drive traffic to your website or landing page and adjust the positioning/wording of the call to action messaging that you're using to get a visitor to subscribe to your email list. This means that you need to use trial and error to figure out the type of incentive that gets a visitor most excited about signing up for your email list. You'll need to adopt the same mindset when putting out content to get people onto your website. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Crowdfunding Demystified podcast. I hope you enjoyed that snippet of my upcoming audiobook, the Kickstarter launch formula, which will be available on Audible. I hope you also got something out of that because I think a lot of people fail to use email as a core pillar for marketing their campaign, particularly in the pre-launch phase when you're trying to get people interested in what it is you're doing on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or other crowdfunding websites. So if you did think that that was helpful to you, and if you got something out of that segment and you want to receive the full audiobook, you can go to crowdcrux.com/Kickstarter audio. That is crowdcrux.com/Kickstarter audio. And you'll be the first to know when I come out with this upcoming audiobook. And also, I'll probably be releasing some free content to that email list, more insights on how to get backers for your campaign, and tricks that I've discovered for turning people from browsers into backers. So I really do hope that you enjoy that, and I will include that link in the description of the blog post for this podcast. If you do nothing else and you just want more podcasts like this, you enjoyed this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get a notification when new podcast episodes come out. I'm speaking to the crowdfunders in the audience who have already launched a Kickstarter campaign or have actually even successfully run a campaign. And the reason is, I think you will understand this pain point most. And that is, when you finally do raise money on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, the hardest part is not collecting the cash. The hardest part is shipping out all of those perks and rewards to your backers. It is a nightmare, my friends. It's a lot of spreadsheets, it's a lot of headache, and it's a lot of stress. That's why I recommend BackerKit. If you have not heard of BackerKit, they help you collect surveys, they help you collect data, and the entire fulfillment process is just so much easier and so many less spreadsheets when you use their software. You can check them out at backerkit.com and use CrowdCrux for a special discount.